very important problem. A very important problem jam chemistry. The time required for 50% completion of a chemical reaction. 50% completion of a chemical reaction is 30 minutes. Then calculate the time required for 80% completion. 80% completion of the chemical reaction. So, actually, student, this is an example of a zero order reaction. This is an example of a zero order reaction. This is an example of a zero order reaction. So, we should solve this problem by zero order kinetics method. Zero order kinetics that A equal to A is not minus Kp. So A is the final concentration of the reactant. Final concentration of the reactant. A0 is the initial concentration of the reactant. K is the rate constant for zero order reaction. Zero order reaction means rate of reaction is proportional, directly proportional to the zero power of the concentration of the reactant. T is the time period. So, in the given question, given that T half means T 50% means supply period is given here. T half means T 50% given here 30 minutes. Means the formula T half is A0 by 2K. For zero order reaction, the formula zero order reaction is A0 by 2K equal to 30 minutes. So A0 equal to 60K. So implies K equal to A0 by 60. So for a zero order reaction, A equal to A0 minus KT. But time required for 80% completion. But in question given is that the time required for 80% completion. So 80% completion. अगर देखिए अगर 80% कंप्लीट होता है तो कितना रहेगा 20% रहा है. So T 80% time required for T 80%. The question is asked that time what is the time required for the 80% completion of the reaction. So we have to calculate the time required for the 80% completion of the reaction. So 80% completion means how many percentage remain here? 20% remain. 20% remain. So 20% remain means A equal to A0 minus Kp. So A equal to final concentration here. So which is equal to 20% of the initial concentration. 20% of the initial concentration. So means final concentration equal to 20% of initial concentration. Means this is 0.20 of A0. So this is equal to A equal to 0.20 A0 equal to A0 minus, in place of K we will put here A0 by 60 into T means T 80%. So we have to find out the time required for the 80% completion of a chemical reaction. So this is equal to 0.20 A0 minus A0 equal to minus A0 by 60 into T 80%. This is not a zero order reaction. This is not a first order reaction. This is for a zero order reaction. So we have to calculate the problem accordingly. Formula is the zero order reaction kinetics, the chemical reaction A equal to A0 minus AT, and apply here T half equal to A0 by 2K. So we can calculate the formula. This is equal to 0.20 minus A0 equal to, this is equal to minus 0.80 A0 equal to, this is equal to minus A0 by 60 into T 80%. So minus get cancel, A0 get cancel here. So if we multiply 0.80 into 60, this is equal to T 80%. So multiplication we will get 48%. 48, sorry, no mistake. So this is 48 minutes. This is the time required for 80% completion of reaction. This is a IIT Jam problem. The time required, question is there, the time required for 50% completion of the reaction is 30 minutes. Then the time required 80% completion of the reaction is 48 minutes. So this is the final answer. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel.